We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. appealed to critics to give lawmakers a chance to create a perfect version of the proposed 275 billion peso Maharlika Wealth Fund. Marcos made this remark after the House Committee on Appropriations dropped financial firms GSIS and SSS as sources of funds for the MWF following public backlash. In an interview en route to the ASEAN-EU summit in Brussels, Belgium, Marcos backed the creation of the Sovereign Wealth Fund, saying it would be a good investment vehicle to foster economic development in the country. President Marcos also said Congress should be allowed to work on the bill and its provisions to make it perfect, as lawmakers are undergoing the normal process of crafting the bill. He said it would be too early to debate on provisions that could eventually be removed while the bill is being refined. The Department of Education has ordered all public schools nationwide to conduct unannounced fire and earthquake drills. DepEd Order 53, signed by Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte, stated that the surprise drills will be held every first and third week of every month. The surprise drills aim to train learners on disaster preparedness. The DepEd ordered all schools in the National Capital Region, Rizal, Cavite, Laguna, and Bulacan to create a disaster plan in response to a magnitude 7 or higher earthquake. It said effective preparedness plans are crucial in saving lives considering the risks the country is facing in terms of natural calamities, earthquakes, and even man-made risks. It said frequent practice of disaster drills and exercises would eventually create automatic reflexes that would manifest during an actual calamity. Meanwhile, in Baguio City, the Baguio Flower Festival Foundation and the city government launched today the Panagbenga Festival with a promise of the return of a bigger and better events next year. The next Panagbenga Festival is aimed to be a rebound of the canceled 25th year of Panagbenga in 2021. Among the major events that will serve as highlights of the Panagbenga include the Grand Street Dancing Parade and Float Parades set on February 25 and 26, 2023. Mayor Benjamin Magalong said the time has come for Baguio City to showcase its creativity, cultural heritage, and community pride through the revitalized Panagbenga Festival. Anthony De Leon, chairman of the executive committee, vowed to make next year's Panagbenga grander. Former Mayor Mauricio Domogan, lifetime chairman of the Baguio Flower Festival Foundation, or BFFF, meanwhile advised the executive committee to invite festival competition winners in other provinces in the country to be part of the 2023 festival. In our news overseas, NASA's Orion space capsule has returned to Earth on Sunday, completing the first steps towards humanity's return to the moon. The Artemis 1 moon mission ended successfully as the uncrewed capsule splashed down in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Baja California, Mexico. For 26 days, the Orion spacecraft traveled around the moon and back, logging 1.4 million miles since it launched on November 16 and traveling farther from Earth than previously launched habitable aircraft. The mission was also a test for Orion's heat shield for the next flights, where humans and not test mannequins will be riding inside. NASA is now preparing for the Artemis 2 mission in 2024, which will take a crew to fly close to the moon. Artemis 3, scheduled for 2025, will see a spacecraft land for the first time on the south pole of the moon. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head onto the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change. Good afternoon.